Hi guys, how's it going? So today I have a new friend on camera, and that friend is Viktor.
Hey guys.
And basically we met back in Brisbane roughly how long ago?
3 or 4 years ago,
3 or 4 years ago now. It's fucking crazy long.
Yeah.
So Viktor's came over to Budapest and we've been hanging out for the last few days. And we are going to introduce Viktor to this channel because we have some cool video ideas, don't we?
Yeah,
We're
man.
gonna talk about our travels and stuff like that. So this is Viktor. And how did you start traveling?
Oh, well, basically it all started when I was really young. Like, my grandparents always took me to different places.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, I was kind of like getting around anyway, getting to know different cultures, and I always kind of loved that.
Yeah.
So basically when I finished high school, I didn't really know what to do as a job.
Yeah.
So I really planned to go traveling for like 6 months to New Zealand to try to do a couple different jobs, get to know a different culture, just get out of Germany for once. So well, I ended up going, and well, things happened. I in the end stayed for like 3 years before I went back to Germany.
Yeah.
Well, did Australia after that, where we met.
Yeah. Why did you choose New Zealand then as your first stop?
I was kind of like picking between Canada and New Zealand because they're like easy to go to places in the beginning, rather safe, pretty similar government and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not really that hard to get around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So were you just like at home, sat at your computer, and you were just like booking flights, and you just like? Okay,
Oh, well, I had this agency kind of thing going where I applied to, and they basically like charged €1,000 more than the flight would have cost me for their service, which in the end was bollocks. It was a waste of money. Like, they didn't teach you really anything. The first 3 days they took you around.
So they were supposed to like organize a job for you and stuff like that.
Yeah, they basically showed me how to to get a bank account, but seriously, like in the first 3 days in the hostel, like every backpacker told me how to and which bank would be better.
Yeah.
And in the end, they didn't have any jobs whatsoever for me, so it was basically this huge waste of money. So I can't recommend doing that. Just like read a bit more, like
That was the first mistake you made.
yeah, basically. Just get to know the visa applications, check the flights yourself, book yourself a hostel. And if you get questions, like loads of travelers are like, they love to help. Like, I like to share my knowledge as well with you guys. That's why I'm doing this video with him. It's just easy going. Just ask people. Like, be open-minded, be friendly, and they'll help you.
Yeah, definitely. Were you pretty nervous, like when you first went traveling?
Oh, actually, I was a pretty sociable guy, so I wasn't too worried really. My English was good enough. But yeah, I was kind of surprised when I left Germany, because in Germany in school they don't really teach you much about the accents and about how different people can actually sound like. So I had my issues at the beginning to get used to it, but once you get the hang of it, it was pretty easy.
What was the hardest one, like Scottish?
No, actually, like, I really do get along with Scottish, because they can speak proper English if they want to.
Yeah.
It'd probably be Irish, fresh from Ireland. You just can't understand them. Certain areas in America, but that's more because they talk so quick. Like, they make a sentence in a word, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So you did New Zealand, didn't you? How long were you in New Zealand for?
like I said, I actually wanted to stay 6 months, but I ended up staying for 10 months because it was going well. I decided to go to Australia, saved some more money.
Yeah.
Basically, like, never took my flight back.
Yeah. And then you ended up coming to Brisbane, and
Well, actually, I started off in Auckland, in New Zealand. Just been traveling around a little bit, did the North Island a bit. Basically stayed for 6 months in Christchurch, working proper jobs, like getting to know the cultures and the locals, which was really sweet. And then I ended up going to Sydney to catch up with one of my mates, which in the end wasn't the best idea, but well, it all kind of worked out. Did my farm work, which was really interesting and cool. Was really lucky to get a good farmer, like those people like do the fruit picking jobs. Well, they expect you to work like 12-hour days, 7 days a week. I mean, you earn loads of money, even though it's minimum wage, but it's not really what you want to do.
Yeah, I love my farm. It was great.
My farm was great as well. I was like one of the first backpackers there, and they were really, really friendly and like showed us around, took us to places, paid for different accommodations as well. It was really, really awesome. They were kind of like a second family to me. And then I went to Brisbane where I got to know you.
We what's the hostel called again?
Chill.
Chill Backpackers in Brisbane. If you go to Brisbane, stay at Chill, because it's a great hostel, isn't it?
Oh yeah, just make sure that the aircon is working around that time, because they don't have any windows.
That's an important issue, That's the one issue. But yeah, I mean, like, management changes there all the time. Like, it's just backpackers that are employed, so like, sometimes we did have a little bit of an issue with management at some point,
towards the end they got just bonkers and just basically kicked every long-term stay out for no good reason.
Really strange, wasn't it? So I think we met on the roof of Chill Backpackers.
That's it. I actually talked to Ali first. Like, she was sitting there working on a website, a blog. So we talked a little bit, and I kind of like was in a bit of a bad situation when I arrived in Brisbane. I lost like 2 weeks rent because I got kicked out of a hostel for no good reason, basically.
In Brisbane as well.
Yeah, that was the X-Base, I think it was called. So I'm banned for life there for no good reason.
Really?
The manager there was just an asshole. He didn't even give me a chance to like talk about it. So I went to the Chill Backpackers, kind of work cash in hand jobs, like kind of staying above water. Like it was a lot more expensive than I thought. Some of that savings from the farm didn't last that long. And well, I did those cash in hand jobs and actually like ended up just getting them in time to pay rent until I like found a more constant job. It was cash in hand as well, working for a scaffolding company, which was not really what you want to do without insurance. So basically, I just started.
To swell on you.
Oh yeah. That was hilarious though. I got rid of that in New Zealand on the consumption side. You gotta push your limits sometimes. But it actually was in a pretty bad situation because that new employer was gonna pay me in like 3 days' time. So I went up to the management in the hostel, and usually they're not too bad with it. If you leave something for a deposit, they're alright so that you stay. But actually that manager, for some reason, didn't really like me. So I was sitting there, they were about to kick me out, and I needed a place to stay and shower, and I couldn't have booked another accommodation either. So that's basically how we really got to know each other. Like, we had a couple of beers before, but...
I can't really remember the situation. I just remember having a couple of beers with you, and then I think you were just like, oh, I'm in a bit of a bad situation, like I'm gonna have to leave tonight, weren't you? Like that was the day.
They were about to kick me out, and my mum would have like sent me the money, but it took like 3 to 4 days as well. So, and I was about to receive the money. So I ended up doing something I really wouldn't like to do. I ended up asking you to lend me the money. We hardly ever talked before that. This is actually like, this guy has a place in my heart. I basically told him about the story. He was just sitting there having a beer, and I was like, man, I don't really want to ask you that, but is there any chance you could lend me that money for like 3 days? And that fucker, what he did is he looked at my eyes, started smiling. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm helping you.
That's funny.
And ever since, we've been talking a lot more, hang out really like loads, and I called up a couple times in Australia as well. And,
we did, we had a great time,
It was awesome.
But I think like, when you stay in a hostel, like I was in a good place back then, you know, like I had a job doing removals, I think, at that point. I mean, I wasn't loaded, I didn't have loads of money, but I think...
Even the minimum wage, is alright. So.
I think the biggest thing is you see people like that in hostels sometimes, and like, you know, you can lend people money here and there, like...
I did that too when I was in the situation, but I actually like got into like, you never know what's gonna happen, so you get into bad situations pretty quick and like end up not having money. And it actually happened to me like 3 times in the 3 years time. Basically, I never had an issue because people are just so nice. So I always wanted to give back as well. I always paid my debt back as well. That's
that we were talking about before, when we cash in hand jobs. Like, they're so like few and far between. And when you get one, you kind of still don't know where you stand, do you? Because like,
sometimes they just don't pay you as well.
They don't pay you, they can just sack you straight away. And
This is why it's good if you do it through a hostel, because the hostels usually know the people you work for, and if they don't pay you, they will get the money from them, because it's like you have to pay your rent. But I was really lucky to like survive for like 2 months on a cash in hand job base. Like once a week I got a job and I was like straight on it. Like I'm doing like a 12-hour shift. But most of the people were really nice as well. So that worked out.
Yeah. I mean, me and you got to know each other a bit more, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then eventually you were doing the scaffolding, and then I was looking for a full-time job. But obviously being an electrician, I was looking for like electrical work. And I think one of the girls in the hostel did.
Oh, you actually had that job at that time.
Yeah.
You already started working. That was like the first or second week.
I remember, I think a girl called Danielle came up to me and she was like, "Oh, there's a job going where I'm working." She just started working in the kitchen. And I knew you were handy in a kitchen. So I was like, "Don't tell anyone else about the job." Like, phoned Viktor up. I was like,
and I was at work at this scaffolding job, and that dude actually wanted to like have me for a longer time, but I was a mean job without insurance. I didn't want to keep doing it. So he called me up, and I just went around the corner so that guy wouldn't listen. I was like, "Oh, you want that job?" I was like, "I don't even care what kind of job it is. I'm doing it. Like, I'm totally up for it."
Yeah. You were there for ages, weren't you?
Oh, I ended up working there for like 9 months until like the head chef was just a dick. So every 3 months I was about to have a fight with him because he was just not doing his job and standing in my way, basically.
What was that restaurant? It's like tapas, was it?
No, it's called Fab Fish and Burgers. It was like a bit more fancy burger shop, but they had an Italian pizza shop right next to it, and I really got along well with the head chef there, Rajiv. He started his own restaurant now in Sydney, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's awesome. Like, we're awesome people as well. It's really fun. Apart from my head chef, obviously. But after 9 months of doing that, I just reached the point where I said, this is not worth it. Like, this is just stressing me out too much. So I just quit the job. Threw myself in the situation of like not having money again. Like, kind of was living in a flat and like had to pay my bills.
Yeah.
So I was looking for another job. Luckily found one, and well, everything worked out in the end. I had really good friends there as well.
Yeah.
In the end, stayed for a year and a half in Brisbane. So I basically lived there.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, some cool, like, we met some cool people, didn't we, in that hostel? And the travels. I mean,
Stefan,
like,
for example, another German mate of ours. It was hilarious.
Maybe I'll get Stefan on this channel one time.
Oh, we should.
Oh, the three of us, it would be funny. Yeah.
Oh, we should film a night out. Still remember the day we were on the way back and like just having we got really pissed, and then suddenly this dude was lying on the street and his mate was standing next to him. So Stefan went up to that, just like basically stood over him and shouted at his face, and the mate was just what and he started laughing like hell. We were all like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Stefan?
Yeah, he like roared like a lion, didn't he? There was this guy like flat out on his back, and Stefan just went up like over top of him and just went rah! And like it was fucking out of nowhere. It was so funny.
And the friend was like really defensive straight away, like, don't punch my mate, basically. But then we had a laugh with them, and we took them back to the hostel and like had a couple of drinks with them. They were really cool as well.
Yeah, they were funny. That was funny times. But yeah, this is Viktor, and we are going to be friends for life. Obviously, I don't think anything can ever happen between like our friendship. It's just
not even the distance. It doesn't matter. Like, we hardly get to talk because we're both pretty busy. But I actually managed to come here for holiday, basically to just catch up with Scott and Ali.
Yeah,
it was an awesome time as well. So I'm definitely going to do that again.
It's cool. We Skype every now and again, don't we?
Yeah.
In touch. But I think that's a big thing I want to talk about as well quickly. Is like when you meet people traveling, you sometimes don't speak to that person for a long time. Like I haven't spoken to Stefan for ages, but I know I could literally just hit him up on Facebook or Skype
and
just
pick
have a
up
chat
where
with
you
him.
left off.
Yeah, like every time we talk, like it could be like 3 months in between. We go on Skype, don't we? And it's just like it's
he's there with me all the time because there's certain people like Scott and a couple of my other friends that just travel with me because I always think about them. I always think about what they're up to. And it's really fun to see Scott doing a YouTube channel, so I can like kind of have a look at him and just, like, watch him. And he's so authentic. It's hilarious when he tries food, like because he's really fussy about it in real life as well. So yeah,
it's funny. No, it's funny. I think it's weird, isn't it? Because when Or when I met Ali and when you met Ali, like Ali's YouTube channel was tiny. I don't even think
she worked for it for like 2 years already at that point.
It was just a hobby for Ali at that time. And then eventually I started a YouTube channel, like after being inspired by Ali.
Yeah.
But I never really saw myself on YouTube. Like if I went back to when I met you and you were to say, "Oh, Scott, you should do a YouTube channel," I would have been like, "Nah, that is not me. Like I would never do that." But it's so weird how things change.
Yeah.
Like it's so strange. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Victor, obviously, and
I just want to mention one more thing.
Oh yeah, your friend.
A friend of mine, a former classmate, he's doing this project. He started his YouTube channel as well, but basically I really want to support him. He's called Smells Like Van Spirit, so please
I'll put a thing on the editor.
Hi, my name is Martin. This is my van, and we two have a mission.
Please go and check him out. He basically built his van with a little studio in it, and he's traveling around currently through Scandinavia to film like street artists and give him a chance to put up a record.
Yeah.
And he's going well, and I really would like to support him. He has a Patreon page as well if you're keen on that.
Yeah. I've seen a few of these videos. So this guy, he's really into music, wasn't he?
He's loving music.
So he bought a camper van, didn't he? What is it, a van or a camper van?
It's a van. He turned into a camper van, and he basically paid it all himself.
Yeah.
He's just like getting support for the fuel to get around.
Yeah.
And even if you're not supporting him with money or anything, just let him know whether a good street artist.
Yeah.
He's really keen on music. He played like 6 instruments when I got to know him in like 5th grade. He's like really good.
Yeah, so he's turned this van into a studio, and he finds people on the street, like a guitarist, like a sort of almost homeless, like people, doesn't he? And then gets them into the van, records an LP, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's actually trying to like make a big LP in the end with all the artists he recorded.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going well for him.
I've heard a few people on there, and some of them are awesome.
I just love street artists as well, and every time I walk past someone that is really talented, you want to give them money, you want to support them.
Yeah.
But the best support is kind of to get them known, so people will like actually go there to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I reckon you'll do really well. That's the type of channel that'll explode.
Yeah.
Once he starts getting recognition.
When he told me about the idea, I was like, fucking hell, man. Yeah. I'm so keen to support you. Yeah. It's awesome.
I'll leave a link for the channel in the description, so if you want to go down there, check it out, help support this guy, then please do that. And I think I'll leave this video here. It's pretty cool. Please give it a big thumbs up, thumbs down if you didn't like it. Hit subscribe down below if you haven't already, and we are going to talk about hostels next.
Yeah.